the dark corners of the Milky Way, wars had raged for millennia. Alien empires rose and fell, and entire civilizations were erased from history, all under the same lie: peace through domination. Humanity watched from afar, unseen, unheard. To the rest of the galaxy, Earth was nothing, a backwater world, unworthy of notice. But while they fought over power, we evolved. For centuries, humanity stayed quiet. We built, we learned, we turned our wars into lessons, our pain into progress. The Galactic Council ignored us, until the day we discovered faster-than-light travel. And suddenly, the galaxy noticed. They sent ambassadors, but behind their smiles were scouts. Behind their words, threats. When we refused to kneel, they called us defiant. When we resisted, they called us dangerous. And when they finally attacked, they called it justice. It began on the colony of Eos Prime, humanity's first settlement beyond the solar system. 1 million souls, thriving under twin suns, until one morning, the sky turned red. Without warning, alien cruisers entered orbit. Orbital strikes followed. The ground turned to glass. The Eos colony was erased in 17 minutes. Not a single human survived. The Dominion broadcast the footage to every system. Let this be a warning to mankind. But they didn't understand what they'd just done. They hadn't destroyed humanity. They'd awakened it. For the first time in our history, the nations of Earth stood as one. There were no more borders, no flags, just one banner: Terra. The Terran Assembly was formed, led by Admiral Cassandra Rowe, a woman forged by decades of war and loss. Under her command, Earth began constructing the largest fleet ever seen. The world's oceans became shipyards. The skies filled with carriers and battle cruisers. Our scientists worked day and night, fusing alien tech with human ingenuity. We built engines that could outrun gravity, weapons that could split asteroids, and shields that could survive a supernova. It took 10 years. 10 years of silence. 10 years of preparation. And then, the fleet launched. The Dominion had grown complacent. They controlled half the galaxy, systems enslaved, planets burning. When sensors detected a human fleet approaching their border, they laughed. Primitive apes, they called us. They dare bring war to the masters of the stars? But when our fleet dropped out of hyperspace, their laughter died. Because what appeared before them wasn't a fleet, it was a storm. Thousands of ships in perfect formation, engines glowing blue like newborn suns, battleships the size of continents, drones swarming like a metallic tide. Every ship synchronized by the human AIs, Odin, Athena, and Leviathan. The Dominion Admiral barked orders: prepare firing lines. But it was already too late. Across the galaxy, the transmission of the battle spread like wildfire. Alien leaders watched in disbelief. The primitive species had just annihilated one of the oldest fleets in existence in less than 6 minutes. The Dominion Emperor demanded answers. None came. His entire armada was gone. And then, a single message arrived from Earth Command. It wasn't long. It wasn't loud. It simply said, "We asked for peace. You chose war. Now, you'll remember our silence." Humanity didn't stop there. The fleet advanced, system by system, liberating the enslaved, dismantling the Dominion's rule. Alien species who once feared us began to rally under our banner. In just 6 months, the largest empire in galactic history collapsed. The day the human flag was raised over the Dominion's capital world, the stars themselves seemed to bow. Admiral Rowe stood before billions and spoke only 6 words. Humanity does not conquer. Humanity remembers. Years later, alien historians would write, "We thought we understood war, but when the humans arrived, we learned what war truly meant. They called us monsters. They called us saviors. Both were true. Because when humanity fights, it doesn't fight for empire or power. It fights for home." And for home, we will burn the stars themselves. Today, the galaxy knows peace. Not because of treaties, not because of fear, but because one